something that was actually one of the hardest parts was dealing with the backlash.
Coach Greg, and today I am reviewing none other than Stephanie Buttermore. She has completed her 1 year of all in, going all in. Okay, I'm gonna review the video. I'm gonna talk about, was it successful? Is it good? What is the benefits? What are the pros and cons? Everything. She entered a bikini competition. She got shredded. She got ripped. She won. She won overall. She did amazing. She looked amazing. She did amazing. Everything was amazing. Except for she was starving. And she hated it.
Your entire perspective of what lean is like forever changed.
It doesn't feel good to starve yourself. Well, what do you mean? What does she mean starving yourself? She did bikini. Those girls don't need to starve.
And if I was feeling tired or weak, I was allowed to have a spoonful of raw, dry oats before I went to go work out because I was still training 6 times a week.
She wasn't following Coach Greg's diet. Nope. She didn't have my cookbook. Nope. She wasn't eating low-calorie dense foods that taste amazing. Nope. And nope and nope and nope. Nope. She learned what happens when you starve yourself, when you try to reach unrealistic expectations and goals that the media wants you to think you should look like, that most of you actually probably do want to look like. You close your eyes, you envision the dream physique. It's Chris Bumstead. It's Stephanie Buttermore ripped on stage. It's a bikini model. It's somebody shredded with abs and veins and all that good stuff. Problem is, it's easier to get there than it is to maintain that. Anybody can get there. If you have enough willpower, if you diet hard enough and smart enough, you can do it. Everyone can do it. You might not have huge muscles when you get there, but everyone can get shredded. Stephanie Buttermore wasn't a mass monster. She didn't have huge muscles. She wasn't a big woman, but she got shredded. And she did it natural. But in her goal to reach and maintain an unrealistic physique, she developed what we consider to be called extreme hunger. What is that? I'm starving? Literally, yes. Literally, you are starving to death. So hungry. And do you think I've never experienced this? 59 bodybuilding contests. She did a bikini show. 59. You do the show, you are starving to death. Everyone is complimenting. Greg, you look amazing. Stephanie, wow, you won the show. You look amazing. You might have tried it. You lose 20 pounds, 30 pounds. Oh, wow, look at you. Look at you. Look at you. It feels good to hear compliments. It does. I like it. You like it. We all like it. We all want to feel good about ourselves, and we all want to be like, yeah, I did this. I can do this. Then you try to maintain it, but you're starving to death. I've done it. Potatoes until I can't breathe, 5 pounds. Then I'm like, oh, I could fit in a chocolate turtle. I said it's a chocolate turtle, not a turtle. It fit in, maybe one more bite. Maybe. And you do it. Then as soon as there's room, you eat more. And guess what? Before you know it, you're up 30 pounds in a month and you've got no more abs. And guess what happens? You see Greg? He gained so much weight. You see him? Do you see her? Look what happened to them. It happens all the freaking time. You diet and you get extremely shredded and look amazing and everything's great. But then you're starving and then you can't maintain. It's not realistic. You aren't born to be that way. Your genetics don't allow it. You're not supposed to be that shredded. Stephanie was not supposed to walk around with 13-14% body fat with shredded abs and veins. She had to starve herself to get there. It's not supposed to be like this. We're not born to look like this. The problem is society's unrealistic expectations on how we should look and what we should achieve. Look at Instagram. Look at your freaking phone right now. Take a minute. Joe Linder. He's freaking shredded. Joe Linder's freaking shredded. I can't look like that year round. I'm Coach Greg and I can't even be as lean as him year round. Lex Little. He's only, what, 19? Look at this guy. Jeff Cavalier, holy shredded. Every second picture on my Instagram is someone that looks more shredded than me. And I'm a pro bodybuilder. Imagine what the average person is trying to live up to. So Stephanie Buttermore was starving all the time, didn't know what to eat, and was in a boring diet. And then what happens? You get sick of it.
It's like Stephanie's been stuck in a super long Snickers commercial and nobody could give her a Snickers. And it's like, finally, Steph gets her Snickers.
You're hangry all the time. You're not yourself. You're so hungry. Then they eat the Snicker bar and life gets better. It gets way better because you're not starving all the time. You actually have some energy. When I diet to 5 or 4%, even 6%, it is a nightmare. Even for me. Why do you think I'm 9% body fat now and not 5? I would love to be 5. I prefer 5. I do. Maybe you don't. I like being shredded. But it makes me feel like freaking garbage. I'm starving all the time. It's harder to be a nice person because you're so hungry. It's not in my genetics to be that lean. So what do? I pick a weight that's comfortable for me. What do you think Stephanie did? She got too lean for too long and too hungry, and she said enough is a freaking enough. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm miserable. I hate this. Did she buy my cookbook and eat low-calorie dense foods? No, she didn't know that was an option. She didn't know. Did she just start eating more vegetables and filling and taste? No, she didn't know what to do. She said, I'm going all in, I'm just gonna eat. She had tried in the past, I'm gonna try this Jeff Nippard 10,000 calorie challenge thing. That looks like fun. She's like, geez, doesn't even look that hard. And then she did it. She's like, it wasn't even that hard. I ate 10,000 calories. I'm just a small woman and I can do it. Why? Because she was so freaking hungry that it didn't matter. It didn't matter that it was so much calories in junk food. She did it. And then she posted it on YouTube and got millions of views and everyone loved it. So she did it again. She developed a binge eating disorder. Do I blame her for this? Absolutely not. No, of course not. She got lots of positive feedback. She felt better when she had these binges because she was starving herself in an uncontrolled way and she couldn't handle it anymore. She was miserable. After she ate the 10,000 calories, she went to bed full. For once, I'm not suffering in misery. She ended the suffering by eating more. How can you get mad at her? Did I get critical of her over the last year? Yes, of course I did, because I don't want to promote binge eating. Do I hate Stephanie? Of course not. She went through what a lot of you are going through, which is feeling starving, but wanting to look a certain way, feeling the pressure of social media to live up to your expectations, and not knowing what to do. It is very, very difficult. I'm sure some of you can relate, especially those of you who are competitors, especially if those who have competed on a stage and done these diets. They are unrealistic. Why do you think 95% of diets fail? Because people have unrealistic expectations of what they can actually achieve. Even with PEDs, it's not possible. I'm not natural, I'm on HRT. I can't be 5% year round. I could, but I would live a life of misery. It is not worth it. So this is what I tell people. Close your eyes. Try right now. Envision your dream physique. For me, it's like Chris Bumstead. I want to look like that. On this Olympia stage with the vacuum and the freaking arm, yeah, I want to look like Chris Bumstead with the small arms. My girlfriend probably would want me to look like Chris Bumstead too. She would. But guess what? That is not realistic for me. She would. She heard me. Usually she tunes me out.
I heard Chris Bumstead and I'm like, what are we talking about? Chris Bumstead?
Babe wants me to look like Chris Bumstead. I think even in the off season she'd put up with that. I think most people would. But literally, halfway to that goal is good enough. It's freaking awesome. Half of your goal is awesome. If you're 40% body fat right now and your dream is to have a six-pack, why don't you go for 30%? It's halfway there. What's wrong with 30? If you're a man and you're 20% body fat, you don't have abs. I want to look like Jeff Cavalier. He's freaking ripped. Let's say halfway there. Why don't we get to 12 to 15%? People hire me all the time, every day. The goal is almost always single-digit body fat. All the men want single-digit body fat. And my response is, I'm 9%. I'm an expert with extreme dedication and willing to sacrifice and to do everything. I'm more motivated than everybody. Almost everybody. And even this is hard for me. So what is it going to be like for you? My cookbook can help. For sure it's going to help. It's going to make it the easiest way to do it. Easier than last time. Guess what? I know you've dieted more than once. There's no way you've only dieted once in your life. Every one of you. We've all dieted. And then we've gained the weight back. And we've dieted again. And we've gained the weight back. It doesn't work. Stephanie is living proof of this. She tried to look ripped all the time. It didn't work. So eventually, she did the all-in. Did it work for her? Yes. Yes, it did. Eventually, this is what happens. You starve yourself, you get too ripped. Your body has had enough. What it does is it makes you want to eat and to binge and to get fat. Why? Because it's evolved to be like that. You store way more body fat than you're supposed to. You go and you have padding everywhere. You got so much fat. Why? Because your body is saying, if that starvation thing ever happens again, Stephanie must have been in the woods for 3 years scavenging for food and couldn't find it. And all of a sudden she found it. Ghrelin started punching her in the face over and over again. Eat, Stephanie, please. Eat one more bite. We know you're full, but you can do it. Dig deep. Put one more bite of pizza in your mouth. And she did. And it worked, and she gained 34 pounds. Then the body eventually said, enough is enough. There ain't no famine going on. This woman's got plenty of weight. Ghrelin says, pull some of the punches. No, don't punch Ghrelin. Leptin comes in. It's like, ha. Leptin kills the Ghrelin. Leptin comes in, kills the Ghrelin. Chokeholds. Taps out. And then you're full and satisfied and not starving all the time. That extreme hunger is now gone. It's gone for good. And you start eating less because your body doesn't think you're starving to death anymore. It's happy. It's like, why are you so full? Fat cells are too full. We don't want this. Leptin saying, hey, relax. Don't eat so much. And then the body fat starts creeping down, back down to where it was supposed to be in the first place. Homeostasis. Isn't the body amazing? It literally gets you to be where it wants to be. When I was a kid, I just ate. I ate whatever. I drank a lot of Kool-Aid with extra sugar in it because it tasted better. I had a lot of cookies, cakes, ice cream. I ate whatever I wanted. I was extremely active. 20 hours of cardio a week on average. 13 years of triathlons. Not many people exercise more than me. I exercised more than almost anyone in the world. Was I ripped? Nope. I was eating 5,000 to 7,000 calories a day when I was a kid. By kid, I mean teenager in my early 20s. Oh, what am I going to do today? I think I'll go ride my bike, visit my girlfriend. How far is that? Oh, it's 262 kilometers. That's fun. And I'm going to go do it. Sleep over. What's you going to do the next day? I got to ride home. That was a weekend for me. It was nothing. That burns a lot of freaking calories. I could eat so much and not get fat, but not be lean. So after I did my first bodybuilding show, I gained almost, I don't remember, 20 or 30 pounds right after that. I went from being shredded with abs to flabs. Comments were like, what happened? And I'm thinking, I stopped starving myself for that bodybuilding show, which I won. And then I did another show. Same thing happened. Binge eating, buffets. No freaking buffet was safe. Not from me. 10,000 calorie challenge. Is it in one sitting? Because if it's not, it's too easy for Coach Greg. I've sat down and had 6 liters of ice cream at a time and been like, what do I eat now? I'm starving. I know exactly how Stephanie felt, which is why I was so critical of going all in. I watched it and I'm like, I've been through this, I know this, and I don't want others to go through it. That's why I tell people who hire me, anybody, they want to be 8 to 10%, and I'm like, you're 20. Why don't you go for 15%? How about we slowly lose this weight? Let's not rush into it. It's not a race. Let's lose 0.5%, maybe 1% of your body weight. Let's do it easily. Because if you starve yourself to get there, you're going to rebound and the diet's not going to work. The freaking ghrelin, it's not going to stop punching you in the face. It just is relentless. It's like Nick Diaz. He's not going to stop. He's just relentless. They don't stop. So Stephanie now has found balance. It's amazing and it's wonderful and great, and I'm extremely happy that she's found this point, okay? She was down too lean, then she was too fat, and now she's in the middle where she should have been all along, okay? All along you should be in that middle ground. It doesn't need to be extremely obese. It also shouldn't be too ripped. Pick a healthy weight, something that's maintainable and realistic for you, not for me. I can maintain this 9%. Maybe for you it's 19%. Maybe for you as a woman it's 29. Maybe it's 39. Babe, what percent body fat do you think that you could achieve and maintain?
29.
29. And what are you right now? Probably 37, 38%. She has been 24% in her life. Babe, how did you feel when you're 24% dieting for powerlifting and all that stuff?
Well, I felt like I was dead, but that's the only time I had abs.
She had abs. She got there. 24%. She could see the abs. It was pretty impressive. She had a few veins, striations, and babe, was there compliments? Did anyone say, hey, wow, look at you. You put on muscle. You look lean. Wow, oh my goodness. Anything good? Yeah, and then when you gain weight, do people say, oh, you look a lot better now?
No.
Nope. No one's negative. My girlfriend looks amazing still at 37 or 38% body fat. Just like Stephanie Buttermore also looked amazing even when she was above 33% body fat. But guess what? If Allie lost 10 pounds, people would start saying, oh, you lost some weight. Wow, look at you. Look at you. And then the compliments come again. Stephanie was at her heaviest, and then she lost some weight. And I guarantee, if people aren't saying it, they are thinking it, that she looks better at her current weight than at her heaviest weight. Some will like her at her heavier weight, for sure. Some will like her at her leaner work, for sure. But most probably are happiest in the middle. I don't encourage you to be all peeled. I encourage you to be all healthy. If you don't watch enough of my videos, you might not think this. You might be just, Coach Greg is just screaming at everybody to be shredded and he makes fun of anybody that's fat. Nope. I want people to be healthy. Take home message. Don't get too shredded in the first place. Don't get too obese in the other first place. Find the middle place. The place that you're happy at, that you can live with, that you have enough energy, that you're not hangry, that you're not a mean person, that you don't change your personality, that you're not an a-hole just because you're dieting so hard. Somewhere in the middle. When I'm 5 or 6%, I can't function appropriately. I'm not the same. I have no energy. It doesn't feel good. I can hardly go for a freaking bike ride because I go hypo halfway through. It's just too lean for me. I can't do it. Some people can do it. So what do? Eat low-calorie dense foods. If you can't afford to buy my cookbook, I know not everyone can afford a $99 cookbook. But you can watch some of my videos. You can watch other videos of people who are demonstrating low-calorie dense foods that are filling and taste good. Stop eating crap. Stop eating crap. Eat healthier food that tastes good. Watch more of my videos. Direct correlation. I've seen it myself. It's very obvious. Direct correlation between the number of videos you watch by me and your decline in body fat and increase in muscle mass. Not only that, but improved mental health, improved quality of life, positive mental well-being, just an overall sense of, yes, I like my life. That's the scientific term. I like this freaking life of mine. That's what you want, don't you know? GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro. Please watch more of my videos. We're going to bloom some up right here. And until next time, I am out.